There was a question by a few students about question number 17 on the WW homework assignment from module 19.5. Let's take a look at it. Number 17. MS, or line MS, is parallel to line PQ. I'm taking a look at that. They've already labeled that for me, so that's good. And the measure of PNS is 50 degrees. Find each measure. Now let's make some sense of this. I've got that 50 degrees, and the measure of arc LR, that's an unusual one, class. Let's just mark that. That goes from here to here. So we know, I'm going to mark this, we know the measure of this arc right here, and I'll put a box around this in purple. Alright, very good. So let's label what we're told here. Actually, we know that PNS is 50 degrees. Well, if this line and this line are parallel, then these are alternate interior angles. And that means this angle measure right here must also be 50 degrees. There's the first thing. Looking at my flip book in the bottom of section 3, angle relations, if this line is tangent, and it appears they're telling us it's tangent because it's touching at point P, then I know the angle here, NP, and whatever this letter is, there's no letter. I know this angle is twice as big as this. This arc measure is twice as big as this angle measure. So I know that this arc is 100 degrees, arc PL. So let's write this down. The measure of arc PL is equal to 100 degrees. So now I know this arc. Let's mark that in green. All right. So there's the first thing I know. A second thing I know, actually, let's see, what else do we know? Well, wait a second. If we know that the whole circle is 360, now we can find this missing part. Let's label that let's do that in red. So we're looking, here's our first question. What is the measure of arc PR? Well, that can be found by taking 360 degrees and subtracting the measure of arc PL, which is 100, minus the measure of arc LR, which is 170, and that looks like we have 90 degrees here. Let's see, 100 and 170 is 270, 360 minus 270 is 90. So we just found the measure of arc PR, which is 90 degrees. So far, so good. Now it asks me what the measure of arc LP is. LP, well, we've already figured that one out. The measure of LP was just the measure of angle LP, and let's put another letter here, QRS, let's say T. LPT is equal to 50 times 2, which is 100 degrees. So that gives us our measure of LP. By the way, class, there's more that I can figure out here. If you think about this, if arc, let's try a different color. If this arc LR is 170, well, this is an inscribed angle right here that cuts out that arc LR. So this angle must be half of 170, and that makes this 85 degrees. And if I know this is 50 degrees and this is 85 degrees, then this angle is going to be 180 minus 50 minus 85, and you can actually find this angle measure as well. So there's actually more in this diagram you could figure out, but they're not asking us that question. Let's look at 19 and make sure they're not asking it. Nope. So there is the answers to 17, and I threw in for a bonus question number 18.